Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Toxic Positivity. Today we're going to talk about how to get motivated, right? So before we get into the whole issue, we should define what the thing is, right? So I'm gonna come up with my own definition, and I think motivation is something that drives you forward. If you perceive life as something that is moving forward, and you can imagine it to be an aircraft, and there are multiple forces on acting on it, and the whole thing is that you are going towards some direction. And there are things that stop it, and there are things that are thrusting it, moving it, right? So motivation is something like that. One of the net resultant that is keeping you airborne, keeping you in the air and keeping you moving towards that direction. So when we need motivation, sometimes we don't know where we're headed, sometimes the destination becomes unclear, and sometimes the forces are just too strong and you can't stay airborne anymore, or it just comes at a standstill. The resultant vector is just the negative, right? So what do we do about an unmotivated person or an unmotivated state of mind, right? So I think that we should first of all, in any scenario, you can put this in a really general scenario, that you have your strengths and your weaknesses. You can take a pen and paper and put those down. Strengths and your weaknesses, and strengths are things that the things that we think we're really good at, or they are really descriptive, and they really define us as who we are, our identity, right? And weaknesses are something that we often feel that we're not good at, and you have to really look at it rationally and logically sometimes. And most important thing, you have to be really honest about yourself, with yourself, not about yourself, okay, about yourself as well. You have to be really, really honest, and you have to things that you think that you're not good at, or you're not doing well, or you often feel afraid of. It instills fear and anxiety. So they can be listed as weaknesses. And about strengths, I would say that which will help ultimately motivation is that you can try and even further strengthen it. You can work on those skills, things that define you and you identify as. You can make them even stronger by working on them even harder, bringing a new aspect, into light, and further develop those things. And a really important thing that I would like to add here is that sometimes you think that you are good at something, and obviously there are things that other people are also good at. But that doesn't mean that you have to abandon it, and you have to gain a separate identity, and start over. It just means that you are still working on it, and you are at some sort of a favorite level, and they are maybe even at a higher level. So that's fine, completely fine. It can define them, it can define you as well. So rather than abandoning that thing, you should just keep on working on it. You can bring your own style, you can bring your own identity into that. You can be your own person. Everybody is their own person. You can bring your own flair to it. And the whole point is that you should not abandon it. You should keep that. You should keep it with you and not abandon it. Right? So that's the thing about strengths. When you list them, first of all you gain some appreciation. That okay, I'm actually really good on these things. And you gain some self-esteem, appreciation for yourself. You actually just realize that okay, I didn't even know. Yeah, I actually did this. You're digging up old books or certificates and feel like I did those things. Yeah, I am certainly capable of doing them again. So listing those things, putting them in a list, and even brainstorming them helps a lot. About weaknesses. Now, weaknesses, I think, is a pseudo concept. It's like you are being honest with yourself. You obviously think that these are things that you're not comfortable with or you're not good at, but it might actually be the opposite from some other person's point of view. Also, like, I mostly gain feedback from my parents, so you can ask the most honest people on the world for you. So you can enlist them, and you don't need to feel bad about them, but you should always challenge weaknesses. That's how I would like make that cohesive to our main topic, motivation. You should try to overcome as many weaknesses as you can. And I have an example for you. Like in my childhood, I had a really traumatic experience about swimming. One of my family members almost drowned, and I was like witnessing it, and it instilled God fear into me. Right? So, as an adult, I had put on a lot of weight, and people kept telling me, that swimming is so good as an exercise. You can burn so much calories and so much weight. You can just put it off by just swimming. And I was like, no, man, I'm like really scared because of this. It would sound really ridiculous, and it was, but the thing is that I started to desensitize myself. I would like dip some parts of my body into the water, and finally, gradually, just gradually, I came to accept that okay, this thing cannot harm me unless I let it, unless it just gets out of control. But this is a controlling mother. I can't drown. There are people around me who can help me. So the way to address your weaknesses is a similar concept. You just need to like desensitize yourself. You gradually give yourself exposure to that thing, and there will come a point where they won't feel as uncomfortable and scary. And weaknesses should not define. I said strengths should, but weaknesses should not define. You should not compensate for them or feel insecure about them. You should just have them at the back of your mind. You should be open to challenging them, not just running away from them. Don't deprive yourself of experiences just because like something just doesn't feel comfortable, right? So this is like a basic gist of motivation. I think I will make more videos about staying motivated, but this is like the basic gist of or like the initial step you should take to get motivated or even stay motivated, right? Hopefully you like this video, and see you guys in the next one.